Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you this double-breasted suit, my first double-breasted suit with peak lapels that I just picked up for 15 bucks. And I'm going to do just a little bit of minor tailoring on it. Okay, so let's go. Hello everybody, it's Robert Powers.
4.5 out of 5.
My shoe collection. These are made of shell cord.
Here they are finished up.
I'm not a professional. Look how tight this is though.
Very clearly here I just cut the thread in half.
And here they are, all finished up. Okay guys, so let me show you the suit that I just picked up. The brand, first of all, I've never heard of. And the label, if you can see it here, says Savoy Square, exclusively for Rosenbaum. Don't know really anything about it. Is this a high quality suit, low quality suit? To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I don't even see a tag that says the material it's made out of. I think it's mid-grade, I think. I think it actually, I'm gonna pan down. The jacket actually fits me pretty well. Now I never get them perfect here because I don't have, is that the trapezius muscles? I don't have very much, I don't have traps. But it's got some taper in it. I don't think I'd want to take it in anymore. I don't get an X creasing. The jacket length, let me pan down a little bit. The length is perfect. The simplest way I found to measure length is it should fall between this knuckle and this knuckle on your thumbs, and your arms are relaxed straight down, and boom, it's right there. Right? It is really snug though in the waist. I just suck in to be able to button it up. So that's my main thing that I want to do. And by the way, this is called a double-breasted, but it's 4-button 2, I believe is what you call it. Because see, it's got this inner button here. This outer button is just decorative, but you actually, this is kind of cool. This is my, well, this isn't technically my first double-breasted suit. I had one way back in the day, but I didn't know what I was doing then. Since knowing what I'm doing, this is my first. So there, I did that wrong. It goes this way, so the fabric stays pulled in, then you button this one. So 4, 2 of them actually function, right? But anyway, it's way too tight in the waist. I had to suck in just to button it, so I did look before I bought it. There's quite a bit of let out in the back. I'm gonna try to add about 2, maybe 2.5 inches. My goal is to get 2 inches in extra waist, okay? I was very pleasantly surprised. It fits very well on the shoulder. The easiest way I found to see if the shoulders fit is take your hand, run it up your shoulder, and it should slide off. If you hit material, like if this were too big, if you hit material here that you could pinch, then it's generally speaking too big. The pitch of the sleeves, you see this, I get a little bit of a roll there. That's called the pitch, you see that, the pitch of the sleeves, but it's pretty good. And the length of the sleeves too is like pretty much right on. You see that? So I'm pretty happy. Got some silhouette, got some shape. There are some clues to the jacket quality. Like I said, this label here is about the only thing in it. I don't even see a maker tag. I'm sorry, not a maker tag. I don't see a tag that says what the materials are made of. Generally when they're 100% wool, there's some kind of, tag showing that off. I mean, I see nothing in here, not even a size or anything. I don't see anything anywhere else on the jacket. So it's kind of a mystery. I don't even see anything that says where it was made. The only thing here just says professional dry clean only. Nothing as far as where it was made. So let's see if I can pick up any other clues. Is the collar attached by machine or by hand? I don't know for sure. I'm not an expert on this, but I think that's attached by machine. The fabric feels okay. Does not feel as smooth as some of the high quality wool ones I own. Don't think it's polyester though. I think it's wool. And then if we look inside here, you see there's some looseness. I think that might be hand stitched. So I think there might be some handwork in this. So anyway, I'm not an expert on suits. I know a little bit, but that's about all I can discern from that. As far as the waist goes, what I did, I'm not going to obviously do it on camera, as I took a tape measure. I pulled the 2 flaps to where they were comfortable, measured from distance from where the clasp would go to where the clasp is, and I got about 2.5 inches. So if even I could get 1.5 inches, it'd be better. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to do it right here in the back seam. So pretty much everything I've learned about tailoring, I've learned from the Aspiring Gent, Lewis. From the Aspiring Gent, I'll link in the description below. But you see here what I mean by let out. So first of all, you got a lot of times you'll get suits where there's like, it's just like this, where there's nothing. But look at that, there's a lot of room to let out there. But then you also have to check, you see under here, it's like folded under, right? But it goes out to about the same width. It goes out to about here. So I think I do have room for a couple inches to let out here in the back seam. So I got to take that apart first thing. And start carefully pulling stitches apart with this.
see that big row of stitches there? This just looks like structural support to keep this all tacked down. I also have to come back here a little bit to get this flap up. See, there's this stitch right there. Well, whatever, we'll figure it out. That's why I say in my ditty, especially when it comes to tailoring, I am not a professional. This is not a how-to video. When I do how-to videos, I'll put how-to. I want to probably come down, I gotta come down pretty far. I want this to be a gradual. I think, by the way, this pattern, I like this pattern. I think it works pretty well with my skin color, and I also like the fact that it's got, if you look, it's got like a mahogany colored stripe, orange, blue, so blues ties, orange ties, oxblood shoes ties, burgundy ties would go really well with this, I think. So now I've got that opened up a decent way down. That is about, yeah, it's about halfway down the butt. Then all I have to do is open this up and decide where I want to reattach it. So I think what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to see if I can add 1 inch on each side. That'll give me 2 inches. I think that'll be enough. I don't want to go too drastic. Ooh, okay. So let's see. Yeah, I could definitely do 1 inch on each side, maybe even 1.25 inches. I think I'm not going to be too greedy. I think I'm just going to go 1 inch on each side. One thing I have figured out from doing this, you want this portion to be parallel. In other words, where this band is, you don't want the two fabrics, not parallel. So you got to be careful not to, right now this line is parallel pretty much, but you don't want to angle it out too hard. I need to angle it and taper a little bit. I think. If Lewis says anything different, then I'm telling you he's right, I'm wrong. Well, no, I guess it's not true. Look, that line was not parallel, so. We'll figure it out as we go here. I'm gonna go 1 1/8 inch. So I just drew a line in there. You see the old stitch line, and just gradually added in that 1 1/8 inches. Do the same with the other side. Yeah, I think that'll work. Honestly, one of those daunting parts about doing this when I started was setting up the sewing machine. You can see here right now, it's got this bluish, grayish blue colored thread on it, which is obviously going to be no good. So I'm going to stow this away, and I'm going to use, kind of like whatever the closest I have is going to be fine. And what I have here in my hands is a nice brown thread. I think that'll be fine. It shouldn't technically actually show, but. So step 1 here is winding the bobbin. You have to take a bobbin, you have to take the spool of thread and use the machine to put thread onto the bobbin. There you can see it's done. Install the bobbin. And then the next step here is to thread the machine. And it kind of shows you pictures on the machine how to do it. Until you get used to it, it is a little tricky though. But, a few tries, you'll get it. Now you got to turn it inside out. Everything is stitched from the back side. And I'll try and line up my seam here. I found that half of the battle is just getting to where the fabric is flat and you're comfortable. And I really believe that's like 50% of this job. Okay, now, see where I'm kind of a ding-dong is I needed to measure on the other side. I can't see the side I'm measuring on, so I'm gonna go ahead and remark that off camera. All right, I got the mark transferred to the other side. It's always stressful. New stitch line, do you see it right there? Obviously the old one is still creased. Now I need to go downstairs and iron out the old crease. That wasn't too damn bad. By the way, these are interesting. They're pleated. They have pleated fronts. You can see the pleat right there. Okay, but even though it has pleated fronts, it has no pleats on the legs, which is easier to alter if you have to. And you see how much room they have. Generally, suits have a lot of extra length to go shorter or longer. Going longer, you just have to be careful that the fabric isn't frayed down at the bottom. That's pretty good. Again. And here they are all finished up. I've got this, I don't even know what brand this is, Oakton tie. You can see the pattern on it. Blends very well with this suit. And the pleats lay nice and flat.
I know I didn't give you guys a really good shot of the before, but I didn't for two reasons. Number one, this pocket is still sewed shut. No, it's not sewed shut. It's just folded. Okay, but I didn't for two. Oh wow, look at this. Huh? You see this? I've never had a suit like this. No pocket. That's kind of interesting. But there's one here. I'll be doggone. But anyway, two reasons I didn't really show you the really good shot of the before fit. Number one, it didn't look any different than this. I just had to suck in to button it. And the other reason was because it was so tight it was creating some inappropriate bulges and I didn't want to show that. So, but anyway, let me give you kind of a better shot of the, there's a term that I'm learning in this kind of stuff. Drape, the way the fabric drapes, not bad. And I like the fact that it doesn't have huge legs, you know? This fits really well, I like this. Let me show you with the jacket on. And here's the final result. Like I said, jacket's untouched, and I'm certainly not gonna, there's one thing, I'm not gonna touch it, there's one thing I'm gonna need to do. I need to find a 15mm button with a rib on it, about that thick. I already looked at Hobby Lobby, nothing that matched close enough. But I'm really happy with this. And I don't even need to tailor the cuffs. It's got like a perfect partial break there. I think it's awesome.
If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, go to my YouTube page, Robert Powers, and then click on playlists. And from there, you can go to things such as before and after videos, where you'll find a whole list of videos similar to this one.